Just saw the umpires coming out just Melbourne. You'll be watching live on Kayo and Fox Sports. Initially, Australia were slated to tour Ireland. The run marker in that World Cup game between these two sides in St. Lucia, and he's got his
150th game for Scotland today.
First ball, Meredith to Munsey. Heard from Preston Mompson taking a look at the surf. Pulled by Hares, and it's going to be the first boundary. The outfield is always quick at the Grange, and if you're just wondering as to how partisan this home crowd are going to be, you've already got an indication. Warm applause around the Grange venue.
And I think a lot of people will be very happy for Ollie Hares as well. Remarkable story. Came up through the system and then was
for it, but the opportunity to host Scotland, to host Australia, excuse me. This goes up into the air, should be taken. Simplest of catches for the skipper, Mitchell Marsh, who is delighted to get the back of Hares and find an early breakthrough. And it's Bartlett with that breakthrough, Australia on top early.
There's always going to be the danger with Ollie Hares. He likes to go at it hard. He'd already got a bit of a top edge in the previous over. This occasion gets a massive top edge. Well taken by the skipper. Safe pair of hands, as you'd expect. Absolutely delighted as well to get their account underway. So Hares departs for 6. It's 8 for 1.
Early September, this is perfect cricketing weather, 16, 17 degrees, not too warm. And yeah, you're spot on, there's a changing of the guard, Mel, isn't there? I was talking to Andrew McDonald before the start of play, the head coach. He said he feels this tour, not just here in Scotland but down in England, is such a good opportunity for Australia. Edged away, going to be edged for 4. And the fans getting into the action.
Australia will remember Brandon McMullen very well. He scored 60 of 35 in that match at St. Lucia. He was outstanding. This time, well, it was an edge, but a hard edge.
Here's now. McMullen pulls in front to square beautifully for 4. That's a lovely way to get him into double figures.
Well, you saw him make that gesture previously about the bounce, but he's absolutely judged that perfectly and picked up the length very, very quickly. He is a class player. He's Brandon McMullen.
Big appeal. Did he get outside the line is the question. And that is the indication. It can be the only indication, surely. It was a nip backer from Abbott. Australia were convinced. The umpire much less so.
Much hardier.
The biggest cheer of the day greets the first maximum. Oh, what a strike that is from George Munsey. I said he's in the form of his career. He really is. And a young fan has a moment to savour as he throws it in the Scotland shirt.
We'll get ready for a few more of those, son, because I think not going to wait long before he really took the attack back. Just picked that up. He's strong all round the ground.
Oh, back to back. This one's even bigger. He's at his belligerent best here, George Munsey. He's never played better. And when he goes well, so too do Scotland. That's much more like it.
He just makes it look so effortless, doesn't he, when he's on? Similar to the previous one. Just fast hands through the ball, picks it up, uses the pace. That is huge. He'll love doing that today.
Tries to get enough of it, won't go all the way, but will be 3 consecutive boundaries as Meredith is taken to task in his second over. 5 have been bowled. Scotland on the charge, 47 for 1. Much more like it from Scotland after, well, just a few signs of difficulty in the first few overs. It was a 12 important to the context of this game. Right now, Munsey is loving pace on the ball. And the Scottish crowd are enjoying every second of this. The 50s come up in grand style in the power play.
Well, I heard that echo from here. He has hit that so hard. Absolutely thumped it. He's made use of the area square of the wickets.
Taken a brilliant catch, and Australia strike back with the wicket that they needed. Munsey falls to a leaping English, and it's a big breakthrough for Sean Abbott.
Well, it's a good comeback from Sean Abbott. Munsey had just been striking sweetly. On this occasion, he bowled the ball really hard into the pitch in the previous ball. Did it again. Munsey went for it. It was only the faint edge. On this occasion, Josh Inglis took a very fine catch. Strike back for Australia. Trading blows. Munsey before.
He's going to get off the mark in some fashion. It's always quick, the outfield, and Meredith won't be able to cut it off. It's a boundary to end the over, but Scotland have lost both of their openers. The power play may be honours even. It's 56 for 2.
And after 6 overs, Scotland have reached 56 for 2.
That is McMullen at his best. Lovely shot down the ground. He really is all class.
Yeah, this has been a notable feature from the moment McMullen has walked to the crease. Looking to get onto the front foot, very positive with his footwork, and taking the attack to the Australians. There you see it again, a front foot pill, picking up the length very out of thought.
Oh, inside out this time, but there is a fielder underneath it. And so McMullen now has to take the walk back to that pavilion. It looked good while he was there, but the Australians, they just keep coming.
2 timely wickets here for Australia. McMullen doesn't quite get all of this. It is an area of strength for him. Scotland's 3rd wicket.
In his hand. What a bowler he is for Australia. See there, more than 100 wickets. And he's been the leading wicket. Well, he's got every piece of that, Berrington. He's probably their best player of spin, and that guy, well, congratulations, sir, you are in on the action. He gets a prize. Give him a whiskey.
I said it might be a challenge, not for Richie Berrington. Just a little bit too full on this occasion.
Again, that one in the air, but couldn't get there in time. It's another boundary. Well, that will help push the momentum along for Scotland.
Yeah, not in full control here, Matthew Cross. It's almost like a paddle pill shot round the corner. It's uppish, but importantly for him, it's in the gap. Again,
he has moved across his stumps a couple of times, Matt Cross. This time, he does get hold of it. Himself into position to put that one away, helped around the corner.
Yeah, this is what you can expect from Matthew Cross, using his feet here to get outside the line and working it past short, fine leg with a sweep shot. Very
Preston. And this time, it's gone straight up in the air. And it's going to be taken comfortably on the boundary. Bartlett makes sure of it. So Barrington, it's been fine from him, but it comes to an end.
Well, this is a good catch. Flighted a bit more this time from Zampa. Induces Barrington into the stroke, and Pollard makes no mistake. Steadies himself, doesn't take his eye off the ball. It's very uneven down there. Takes a good catch. Barrington has to go a well-played 23.
It's a full delivery. It's dug out beautifully. It's going to be 4. Oh, well played in the end. So, over being a bit more expensive than thought, after 13, it's 109 for 4.
Already departed. Picked up into the leg side. Does he get enough of it? No, he doesn't. Picks out the man, Xavier Bartlett, who takes another catch. It's one across his go-to shots, and there's silence across the Grange as Australia have a 5th.
Yeah, Green's first. Matt Cross knew it was the time of the game in which he needed to force the pace. Tries to clear that boundary, but doesn't get enough of it. He has to go. Scotland losing their 5th wicket. Matt Cross goes for 27. Scotland 113 for 5. World now.
Another change up, plenty of changes of pace now from the Australian quicks. 15 bowled, and it's 117 for 5. And that's something that, very much in contrast to your era, Preston, it was difficult for any Scottish players to get opportunities in leagues around the world. Now, Watt and Munsey et al. Are very much into is definitely one to watch for the future too, as Zampa returns and strikes immediately. Leask felt as though he might have got outside the line. I'm not sure if he did, and David McLean has no hesitation in getting the finger up, and all of a sudden the wheels are coming off for the Scots.
Michael Leask desperate to try and force the momentum here. Back end of the innings. Looking for that sweep shot. It's full from Zampa. And it's straight. Fortunately for Michael Leask, he doesn't make contact. And he has to go for 7. Scotland 117 for 6.
Jack Jarvis.
Where's this one gone? Oh, he's got a good piece of it. Soars all the way, maybe even over the stands. Jarvis, he's a precocious talent, isn't he? And that has brought the crowd back to life, just what Scotland needed.
Well, it's fearless stuff from Jack Jarvis, and it's so good to see from the young lad. Zampa tosses that one up, and he doesn't need an invitation. Clears the stands. I think that one's gone out of the ground. What a start for Jarvis.
60 mark at a minimum, you'd imagine. And Mark Watt gets it up to the perfect start for the final 3. That is straight as an arrow. You cannot hit it any straighter than that. Over the heads of our cameraman. And a lost ball. Sensational from Mark Watt.
Oh, we'll take a look at the pose here from Mark Watt. Oh, he loves it. He knows the minute it leaves the bat, that's a big one. Straight over the side screen. And what a strike.
Preston. Another cutter, and it's dragged to the leg side and picked out the man. Very clever from Abbott. He's outthought Jarvis there by taking all the pace off, and all Jarvis could do was drag it to long on. Another one goes.
Another cutter into the surface does the job here. Jarvis just threw the shot a little too early, back deep in his crease. It's also the width there, making Jarvis drag it across. No mistake in the outfield. Aaron Green in the outfield makes no mistake. Jack Jarvis has to depart. Goes for 10. Scotland 100.
Watt hits it straight to Marcus Stoinis, who takes a good catch. Stoinis hanging on the edge of the circle, as you often do in the last few overs. I think Watt's going to be disappointed it was into the slot, but all he could do was give a T20I wicket on comeback to Riley Meredith.
Yeah, with mid-off and extra cover up in the ring, this was actually the right shot, the right option. It's just the execution here that's let him down. A couple meters over that and it's forward, races away. Marquardt will be disappointed with that, as will Scotland. Marquardt departs, goes for 16, Scotland 100.
This goes absolutely nowhere. It's going to be Mitchell Marsh who will get there. Didn't look too likely at first. He was waiting for someone else to call it, but he's ended up getting the hard yards in and getting his hands underneath it. Charlie Castle can only scoop it up. He's the latest to fall. Scotland, well, folding away rather tamely here towards the tail of this innings.
Yeah, possibly a miscommunication here with Stoinis and Marsh. He makes no mistake again, going into the surface with the cutter. Good commitment from the skipper. He makes no mistake. Sells has to go on his T20 debut, goes for 1. Scotland 100.
Extras, Preston, and only 3 wides in there. You have to give great credit to Australia. You'd expect nothing less from them. The 30-year-old left-hander who has been, well,
always outstanding.
This goes a long way up. Mid-wicket goes back, Charlie Castle, he holds on! And Scotland, they strike early, and Fraser McGurk on his T20I debut, he's got to go for a third ball duck.
Wow, what a moment that is. Disappointing for Fraser McGurk.
For Scotland. So nearly 2 in the over and 2 in 2. Instead it just squirts away. It was a nothing shot from Mitchell Marsh, expecting the ball to come on much quicker than it did. And it runs away for the first boundary of the chase. Marsh. Last thing you want to do is give Travis Head width though, because he'll pounce on that. Well fielded with 1 bounce in the crowd. You cannot allow him to free his arms. That's a stylish stroke to get off the mark.
Yeah, and that is a danger with these.
Outside the circle. Problem is, Head pounces on width. Almost an action replay from a few balls prior. 4 more.
Well, that's it. You mentioned they've got the slip in play, but with the slip in play, the margin for error just get
cut away, and it finds the gap. There's almost an eerie silence, isn't there, every time Australia hit a boundary, but this is a fine stroke. Only a fraction wide, but Head, he's so good square the wicket. He has profited already 3 or 4 times there.
Well, I just don't.
Big blow towards the leg side. Now there is a man out there, but it's over his head, and it goes all the way for 6. He's so dangerous. This was maybe just for half a moment the thought of a chance, but it thuds straight into, I think that's the Great Nichols. Because mid-on has come up into the circle, he'll club you down the ground. This is a batting exhibition from Travis Head. He's putting on a show here in Edinburgh.
He is, and he looks like he's only just starting to get wound up as well. This is the problem. What area?
Now flicks it away to the leg side. Oh, this is quite brilliant. It's 20 from the over, and it may well have been held in the crowd to go with it. 3 have been bowled. Australia, they are flying. Bowled Australia, they are flying. 38 for 1.
Yeah, this is always the danger
Against Australia. And he's driven ever so elegantly. Not too much wrong with the delivery, but the perfect cover drive. Marsh now joining the party.
Yeah, it's not quite like his first delivery in ODI cricket, where he took a wicket against Oman, and then his second.
Pulled powerfully. We're seeing something quite brilliant here from Travis Head. He's on an absolute heater. He's flown to 37 off 13, and it doesn't really matter the length of the line right now. Everything monstrous. Smoked all the way. Going to be 6 more. And Head is flying towards 50. The groan is because it's put down in the crowd. We're witnessing a clinic of the highest quality from Travis. And the 50s come up inside 4 overs, and you can add to that, it's going to be 4 more. And Head goes to 47. Australia in cruise control. It's 57 for 1. The change in bowling. That has gone miles. Look out in the tennis courts, it might just have soared into them. Back of the length. And Mitchell Marsh, one of his favourite strokes, smokes it away for 6.
I thought them.
Not where you want to bowl to Mitchell Marsh. Going to be back-to-back 6s. That is absolutely massive. It's out of the entire venue.
Well, Jack Jarvis is a really bright prospect for Scotland. He's going to learn a few things.
Driven through the covers. Well, this is quite remarkable. 6-6-4 to start the over. Marsh getting into the act in a big way with Travis Head. And there's silence across the Grange. More runs, and it may well be 6. Yes, it's going to soar all the way. Marsh is such a powerful ball striker. Well, Jarvis has avoided the ignominy of a potential 6-6s. Scotland surely. Instead bowls it into the surface. It's pulled so powerfully, it splits the 2 men in the deep. It won't be 6 more, but it will be 4 more. This over still has a ball to go. It's gone for 26.
Again.
It's going to be 4 more, you won't believe it. He's split the same gap again. McMullen can't cut it off. 30 from the over. Australia immaculate. Scotland being blitzed away. It's 87, 6th and final. And the runs just keep coming. And there's a world record that could well fall here. 100's only been gone past in the power play once in history. That was 102. As Travis said, he goes to 50. 17 balls it's taken.
Today.
And now it's going to be more runs. And this might go all the way. It's 6 more. Well, they're being blitzed away here. Scotland. Travis Head has just made the fastest ever T20 I-50 by an Australian, joint fastest to go with the 17 ball effort by Marcus Stoyn.
Head.
Just over the head of the man. George Munsey, I think it is, at mid-off, and the 100 has come up inside the power play. It's the 2nd time in the history of T20I cricket that it's happened, and right now, oh, now fortune going their way, and with it goes the world record. Australia have just posted the highest power play in the history of T20 international cricket. It goes past South Africa's 102 that came last. Everywhere the ball goes, it's just going to the rope. And they're making it look so easy, these two. Hitting the ball with reckless abandon. Scotland, they don't know where to turn, they don't know where to look. They look shell-shocked, and rightly so. And he may well have picked up a wicket from his first ball. Pace comes off and everything changes. Michael Lease takes a very good catch, and as I welcome Preston Mumpson to the box, finally some relief for Scotland to end, well, an outstanding, sensational 2nd wicket partnership.
What a partnership that was, absolutely rocking the...
Now this one's been hoiked away and hoiked all the way. It's a slog sweep right into his hitting arc. It's 6 more. Travis Head zoning in on what would be a remarkable 100 here.
Oh, he is certainly in the mood here at the Grange. It's not a terrible ball from Mark Watt, but he gets into position so quickly. Down
position here at the Grange. He's going to try and keep going, but there's a man there, and it's held. Well taken by Michael Leask again. He maybe should have had 2 in 2 balls, but Mark Watt has got 2 in the over, and it ends the pyrotechnics of Travis Head. A terrific innings of the highest quality.
Yeah, he didn't stop going all innings, and he wasn't going to stop then.
Head. This is cut away. It's going to be cut away for 4. Gets it intentionally up and over the head of backward point. Good batting from Inglis.
Yeah, this is nicely played from Inglis. Knows exactly what he's doing here. Just uses that little bit of width that's on off.
Big pull shot now. There is a man out there, but it's gone miles over his head. This one's out of the ground as well. I thought the wickets might have slowed Australia, but they're just continuing to go at a supersonic speed. More awesome ball striking. Moments in the course of a bigger picture. Jack Jarvis back into the attack, and he's clipped away for 4 more. Inglis making use of that bit of fortune, that life that he had, and it's 4 more.
Well, it's been a tough day for Jack Jarvis.
And that is going to be that. Australia, they have soared to victory in the most impressive of fashions. A terrific Travis Head masterclass, one of the best innings you will ever see in T20I cricket. He threatened maybe to be the fastest 100 of all time, a world record power play, the highest ever made in 6 overs by any team in an international, and some finishing touches applied by Marsh.